Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Nathan with GDS Detailing. We're out here on the coldest day of this winter season. It's about 34 degrees, but the weather says it feels like 22. There's a wind chill out here, but for some reason we're still out here working. Today, we're actually working on two vehicles. First vehicles is a Jeep Gladiator and a Toyota Tundra. We're going to be working on both interiors on both vehicles, so no exteriors today. It's a little bit too cold for that, but for today, we just got the regular setup on the Tundra. Customer did say he wanted the carpet shampoo, so we did have our extractor here and all our chemicals. I got the ozone machine if we need it, but let me go ahead and show you what we're working with real quick. Luckily for today, the customer is gonna let us work in the garage because it's way too cold. We're actually supposed to block off today because of how cold it was gonna be, but we forgot to block our calendars for today's, and this customer ended up booking last night, and while we were in the middle of a detail from yesterday's appointment. But yeah, we got this Gladiator. It has some dog hair, a little bit dust here and there, but overall, condition's not so bad. It looks like it's just been used on an average day, nothing crazy. And then on this Tundra over here, the customer did say that their dog had a little accident, and they said that the vehicle has an odor now that they want us to take out. We did already detail this vehicle a few months ago, the interior, and we washed it, but it's not so bad because we did detail it, but it does have an odor now. So customer did just want us to shampoo the carpets and kind of steam clean the leather seats. Just to kind of help remove that odor. If we need to, we are going to use the ozone machine. All right, guys, it might be below freezing, but we're gonna go ahead and get started because the grind don't stop out here. So let's get into it. Hey Edgar, how's it going? How's this one coming out?
Well, it's extremely cold, but we're out here. Gotta take advantage when customers want us to detail their vehicles, just because normally in January it's actually not as busy. So if a customer wants us to work, we have to do it even though it's super. Overall, it's coming out pretty good. This car just has a lot of pit hair. That's pretty much the main thing. It just needs a good wipe down. I mean, the most difficult part would be what Nathan is doing. He's working on the other Tundra. He's working on the seats and the carpet, since they had a strong dog odor, so he's gonna take care of that. But yeah, it's coming pretty good. I'm glad we're inside the shop, inside the garage. That way it's not as cold because it's super windy right now. But yeah, I should be done hopefully in an hour or so. And then from there, I'm gonna see what Nathan is doing. We'll have to run the ozone machine over there.
All right, girl. We told everybody it's pretty cold. You got any tips and tricks? Detailing in the winter?
Overall, I say wear plenty of layers. Right now I have 2 jackets. I have 3 shirts, pretty thick shirts. I have my gloves on, but I took them off. I have a beanie as well. And if you can, ask the customer if they have a shop or a garage you could use. If they don't, then honestly, you just have to tough it out. It is a little bit below freezing right now. It is gonna warm up, so our chemicals, so far, they're working fine. Last year we had an issue where it was around the same conditions, and it was a lot worse. Our chemicals were actually freezing on us. But as of now, I'm just using P&S Xpress, and it's working fine. No issues whatsoever. I do notice that it's taking a little bit longer for the actual chemical to dry up, so I have to just have multiple rags to dry it up. So another thing that you could do, you have an air compressor, that way you could dry up, especially on these cracks in here in the plastic. A lot of the liquid kind of gets stayed in there, so it's kind of easier if you just take the compressor to blow it all out. One thing I will tell you guys as well is whenever you're detailing in the cold, especially if it's your first time, take your time, try out some test spots, that way you can see how it's working, because if you haven't done it before, you're not going to know how the chemicals themselves are going to react to the actual plastics or the leather. That way you don't want to damage the customer's car. All right, so it's below freezing right now, but we're still going to make it work. Luckily, it's only been a few hours since it's below freezing, so I don't think it's had enough time for the water lines and our tank to freeze over. So we just ran it and everything's working perfectly. We're not gonna do the outside, we're only gonna do interiors only. If we were to do the outside, then we would have to reschedule, just because since it is so cold, you really don't wanna run into that as far as working outside, because there's a chance that you might damage something. and it's just going to be freezing, so we're not going to do that. So we had serviced this customer in the past, so we knew that they had a garage, so we knew we would be able to use it just because they had offered it in the past. But if we didn't have the garage, or for whatever reason we had to work outside, I actually brought my little kettle right here. This is what I used, to make my instant soups, my maruchans, in the mornings, because, sometimes the struggle is real. But, in case we didn't have that, I was going to heat up some water, put it in this bucket, and add our chemicals in there, just because that would, in my thoughts, it would actually help it keep them a little bit warm. That way they won't freeze. I don't know, it would be the first time me trying it. Since it was such a last minute customer that booked for us, I didn't have enough time to prepare anything else. I know I have seen other setups that a lot of other people like online had recommended, like a rod that you put in the bucket that actually warms it up. I think we might have to get one of those in case, we have any other issues. And that way, if we wanted to do the outside, that way we could maybe do like a rinseless or a waterless using the heated water. It's a possibility. You just have to be creative and find a solution to the problems you might have. Sometimes it's, it being cold or it being windy, whatever it is, so you just have to work around it. Because people still want us to detail their vehicles. Accidents, don't stop happening, like the dog who had a little accident in the back of their vehicle. So they wanted us to clean it up as soon as possible.
All right, guys, so we just finished the Gladiator, the interior detail. That one turned out nice. The car wasn't so bad, just had a lot of dog hair. And then I just finished running the ozone machine on the Tundra here. The main customer concern was that their dog had a little accident. I think it threw up in here, and there was like food stain right here, and it smelled like dog food. So the main concern was cleaning that up, and then the odor. It left a kind of a bad odor. So basically what I did was steam clean all the seats to kind of kill off any bad odor and bacteria. Clean the leather seats, steam clean them, and then I shampooed the carpets and floor mats. I use, for my pre-spray, I use Flex BioBreak because it has the enzyme cleaners in it, so to help eliminate and remove any bacteria or bad odors. And then for my rinse and my extractor, I use Flex Ice to help neutralize the pre-spray. But overall, after the ozone, running the ozone, I ran it for like 30 minutes, but right now it smells pretty good. I don't really smell the bad odor anymore. So we're just gonna let it air out for a little bit and then check on it. This is kind of how the other car turned out. I think it came out pretty nice. I think Edgar really ran into any issues besides maybe like the dog hair. I think the car was clean for the most part, just a little dirty and dusty. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. And it is the slow season, so whenever opportunity comes and a customer hits us up, we gotta take that opportunity and take care of our customers. But anyways, make sure you like the video and subscribe to our channel to follow us on our journey. And thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day.